DOT versus slick, and what should you run on your KTM 690 SMC R? Now, quick disclaimer here, I am not an expert on tires, so use this as research and my personal experience. Whenever you're choosing tires and trying to find the right exact ones for your bike, always consult a professional. Tires are one of the most important things on a motorcycle, if not the most important. They provide you grip in the corners, they put the power to the ground, and well, they give you feedback on the surface that you're riding on. You could feel any bumps, you could feel any potholes, you could feel any rocks or slipping, so tires are very, very important. And I don't care how much power you have, if you can't put it down, it's useless. And with a billion tire options out there to choose from, it's hard to figure out the right choice. So today, I'm going to try to share some of my experience with DOT tires and what I've used, and well, my experience running slicks for the first time. DOT tires, or we could also call them street tires, are primarily what you're going to be using on your motorcycle. And more specifically for the 690, whenever you buy one new, they're always going to put DOT tires on them. And I've used several different companies and several different sets. You ready? Here we go. I had the original set that came with the 690. Those were the Bridgestone Battle Axe S21s, and I went through 2 sets of those. And I can't give you a fairly good review on those. I mean, they were fine, but I really didn't know much about tires at the time. I mean, I just ran them. They were fine for normal commuting and around town. Then I actually upgraded to the Michelin Pilot Power SC2s. And this is one of my old sets, and if you can see, I was wearing through the center of this thing pretty bad, so I had to replace it. And I went through 2 sets of these, and these were the tires that I really started getting aggressive with on the track. And I noticed pretty quickly the limitations of them. Not to say they're a bad tire, but as I pushed and I leveled up each group, I noticed these started to slip a little bit more. And they didn't have as much grip as I necessarily wanted. So I chucked them. And then I ended up with a set of the Dunlop Q5S DOT tires. And that's primarily what I'm running right now. I've ran these tires obviously on the street and on the track, and I tell you what, they've been very, very sticky. Out of the Bridgestone and out of the Michelins, these are hands down my favorite tires so far. I didn't go with the Q5s because the Q5S has either a stronger center band or more rubber or something to prevent them from getting chewed up in the middle earlier than the outside. And honestly, I love these so far. They've been great. I've done many track days on these, and honestly, I hate to say it, but I feel like now I'm a Dunlop guy. Now I haven't tried every single tire, but these, very good. So then if you found a street tire that you really liked, that was good on the track, that you could still ride on the road, why would you ever upgrade to slicks? And that is where it really starts. Now, to get things out of the way first, I got a set of the Pirelli Diablo Superbike slick tires. These are in the SC2 compound, and the only real reason I got these ones specifically is because they came in a 160/60/17 for the rear. Now, when it comes to tire sizing, don't listen to me because I do not know what I'm talking about, but I try to get exactly the factory tire. I know you can go larger, I know you can have some variations, you can run a 125/55 in the front if you wanted to, and you can technically do like a 170, blah, 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 blah. I'm not here for tire sizes, I'm just here for the experience. So either way, I ended up with these. And I know Metzeler has a whole bunch of Supermoto slicks, but they had the ridges in them, and I'm not really doing any dirt, and I'm not really having a full-blown Supermoto. Again, it's a Supermoto, but still, I wanted a full-blown slick tire, and this is where I landed. So shout out to Mike at Two Wheels Ave. I'll put his link in the description below, and if you're here in Arizona, you gotta go see Mike because he hooked it up and he puts these things on, and he does an incredible job with finding you the right tire size. And he got me these sets, and I absolutely love them. And honestly, from a review standpoint on the track, I cannot explain the difference that you feel from a regular DOT, even as sticky as it may be, to a full-blown slick. These things are like chewing gum out there. I mean, they give you so much confidence. You have grip for the entire section of the tire. You can get so far over. I feel like I've increased lean angles and just gotten so much faster on these things. But that comes with a caveat. And if you're going to run slicks, it comes with several different things. And first, you can't run those slick tires on the street. They are track only. So that means when you put them on, you either need a second set of wheels of DOTs that you swap out, or you just don't ride the bike on the street, which is what I did for the last year. It's finally back to street mode. Yay! But number two is you need to have good enough pace to actually run slick tires. Now, they heat up and they cool down very, very quickly, and I mean very quickly. So if you go out there and you're not using the whole tire and you're not pushing as hard as possible to keep that temperature up, they will actually cool down while you're out on the track. So you gotta be ripping. So I would suggest only looking at slicks if you're in the top of your middle groups, if you're close to the top group or in that top group. I do not suggest your first day, novice, no idea, never been on a track before, and go out and buy slicks. You need to build up that experience and that speed to actually run them. And to help you do that, you need a set of tire warmers. Now I've got 2 sets, which is way too many, but I'm gonna need the second set for the new bike. And what I ended up doing is just buying kind of like a cheap pair off of Amazon. That's a 160 rear, so it fits this bike and any other supermoto. And then I had to upgrade to these new Woodcraft ones, which are stupid nice and stupid expensive, so I could fit a 200 rear tire. But these have been absolutely awesome. I always suggest probably going with a dual temp version. Most of the time you're gonna be in high, but it's also nice to have it in low, especially at the end of the day when you wanna cool down the tires properly and not heat cycle them too much. But tire warmers are a must when you're running slicks. You're also gonna need some way to power those. And I would suggest a nice little reel or extension cords. And unless you've got an outlet close to where you track, you're gonna need a generator. Oh. So add this to the list to get yourself a generator so that you can run the power to the warmers and then run the heat to the slicks before you go out. Also, I would suggest a very good tire pressure gauge. So then are slicks right for you? And well, I'll let you be the judge of that. Take the information that I've given you today and my experience to make, well, your own educated decision. Definitely call, research, email, do whatever you need to do to get in contact with plenty of other, racers, race teams. If you go to your first track day, talk to the tire guys that are there. And well, like I say, do your research. But just remember that running slicks, you gotta be fast enough and you gotta have at least $1,000 to not only buy the tires, the generator, the warmers, the cords, everything else to do it, a front stand if you need it. There's a lot that goes into it. The second that you put slicks on a bike, especially like my 690, it's a whole different ball game. You're keeping an eye on your PSI all day, you're keeping your eye on your temperatures all day, you're keeping an eye on the life of that tire and where extra wear is, and you start to learn how to read wear, which I'm still terrible at. But it's a totally different level of track riding. And I feel like for me, in my progression so far, it was needed. I love it. I love adding that extra bit of stress, that extra bit of knowledge, that extra bit of like, holy crap, you need to make sure that this is 100% good and this is doing this and that's doing that, and really tracking your times and the wear and so on and so forth. So for me, I feel like I've reached the level where slicks make sense. We're continuing on DOTs. I'm just not getting enough grip out of the tire and I know I can go faster. But overall, my experience with them, incredible. When you get to those levels, when you have all the gear, slicks make a huge difference on the track. But just like as you see this bike today, back in street mode with no wheels on it, every time you want to ride your bike on the street, those slicks have got to come off. Which can be annoying. But I'm not going to get a second set of wheels for this because, well, I've got another bike coming and that should be more of the track-oriented motorcycle. But I hope you learned something today. And again, I want to give another shout out to Mike, Two Wheels AF. I mean, it has helped me find the right sizes, find the right tire, even install them, and really give me enough knowledge and confidence into running these. So if you ever need a slick tire, or just, again, reach out to him for parts knowledge or experience. He's the man when it comes to it. But overall, I'm glad I made the decision, and I'm definitely getting faster, about a second and a half faster with slicks compared to previous times on DOTs. So with all that said, I hope I've delivered some knowledge and some experience to you to help make an educated decision. If you have any other questions, of course, leave it in the comments below. Find my email address, shoot me an email, get in contact and ask the questions. And well, if you're out here on the West Coast, you might see me at some of the upcoming track days. And I'll try to post those actually so you can see where I'll be. Maybe you'll run into me. Remember, do your research and don't forget, keep riding.